The great fundamental issue now before our people can be stated briefly. It is, are the American people fit to govern themselves, to rule themselves, to control them?
Every thoughtful citizen who despairs of war and wishes to bring peace should begin by looking inward.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
We, the people. We, the people, tell the government what to do. It doesn't tell us.
We must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
We should bring our troops home, change our foreign policy, quit these ridiculous wars. We would be safer and richer for it. You have a government that provides national defense, but you don't have militarism and you police the world.
What up?
Hi!
We're back.
For another one.
It is. Of course, I'm sorry for that. It's Glutton for Liberty. We're back again. This is your regular podcast.
Yes.
Recording schedules are a little weird this time around because I just got a new job, so we're just trying to work around that.
Yeah, we'll still get it out to you, but it might be different days than usual. We'll still try and post them on the same days, but we're recording different days. But
yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I mean, technically... Well, this is going to be the regular podcast. You'll see it on Sunday. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
They're going to be backwards, I guess.
Yeah, but we're here.
Oh.
And we got some news for you.
Yep. That's all that matters. We're here, dudes.
Yeah.
So, let's see. I'm going to start screen sharing. We'll just get right into
what do we want to
because-
start with? We got some juicy news, some juicy stuff we want to talk about.
Juicy news.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to talk about the big, beautiful bill that was just passed.
Ooh. All
So
right,
this
I
has
see
a
it. We're
bunch
good.
of shit. Okay, yep, this has a bunch of shit in it. That's really good. Democrats hate it, so it must be good.
Usually.
And you can see here the two traitors, the two Republicans. Republicans don't do shit. Like, they get into Congress. There was a mandate that we voted for, obviously, right? People wanted, like, all right, we want Trump's agenda, most of it. And you got these Republicans that are trying to not help, and then these dudes that didn't even, like, participate in the vote.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'll full screen this one. Let's check it out.
Yeah. All right. Yep. We'll just go. We'll watch a little bit of this, and then I'll just read off some shit from ChatGPT.
Cool.
A little background I can tell you all. This time yesterday, we saw the House up all night. It was day 2 of that. The House up all night as well as Republicans are charging ahead of their multi-trillion-dollar tax breaks package, with Speaker Mike Johnson defying the skeptics within his ranks and working to muscle President Donald Trump's priority bill to passage on this Thursday. You did hear those remarks right here on Live Now from Fox, as Johnson and his GOP leadership team appeared confident after a lengthy White House meeting with GOP holdouts to salvage the big, beautiful bill, even as more Republicans announced their opposition. Shortly before midnight, they launched debate to set the stage for this early. And we did play that out for you. He said, quote, "You never know till the final vote tally, but I'm bewildering scene at the Capitol."
On this
we
vote,
see Speaker
the yeas
Johnson
are
there now. Let's listen
215,
in.
The nays are 214, with one answering present. The bill is passed.
He smiled when he said that.
Yeah.
USA.
Are they really chanting in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Was
wow.
that you saying USA?
No, I think that was the speaker, dude.
Oh, I heard USA. I thought that was you. And then they started doing it.
Yeah. Weird.
Without objection, a motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he started chanting though. That's hilarious.
Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is the question on suspending the rules and passing a...
All right. Anyways.
Any
I'll
who's
read
and
from
buckets.
Chat Gypped.
Get some more details in on this one because I'm interested too. You definitely know more about this.
So the One Beautiful Bill Act is a sweeping legislative package championed by former President Donald Trump. I don't know why it says former.
Right.
Stupid
current?
Chat GPT, dude. It encompasses a range of tax cuts, spending adjustments, and policy reforms. Here's a straightforward breakdown. Tax cuts and credits. These are pretty sweet. These are definitely ones that you'll like too, because you do a lot of overtime.
Cool.
So the extension of 2017 tax cuts, it permanently extends the individual and estate tax cuts from Trump's 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act.
Okay.
Which, from what I remember correctly, that was very beneficial for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I noticed that things were cheap. I think I got more money back too, like on my taxes.
Yeah, I don't fully remember. That was such a long time ago. I had so many different jobs back then, so I'm not sure how much it affected me, really. That I noticed, at least.
I think I do remember getting pretty good money back, but
yeah.
Yeah. So here's the new tax breaks. It eliminates federal taxes on tips and overtime pay, which is sweet.
That is sick. That's awesome.
Yep. So it's not permanent though. So that they're gonna have to vote on again, and they'll have to make it permanent. And you know they probably won't, because once Trump's out of office, they'll probably roll that back.
True. I know that was a big thing he ran on too, because I heard him say that multiple times, especially with tips.
Yep.
So that's awesome. That passed.
And then and then it increases the child tax credit to $2,500, which is pretty sick. So I think you get $2,500 per child. Raises the standard deduction, provides a $10,000 credit for purchasing American-made cars. That's pretty sick.
Oh wow!
I want a Chevy. We're looking at
Silverados. Yeah. Buy American cars. That's basically what he's saying. It'll be worth it.
Yeah. Just don't buy a Ford.
Yeah. Don't buy the gay one.
Yeah. Business incentives, enhances write-offs for research and development and equipment purchases. I don't know about that one. So here's the welfare stuff. Imposes stricter work requirements for Medicaid and supplemental nutrition assistance. So people are freaking out about that one. Obama was tweeting about it like, we can't let this pass. It's going to cut off millions of Americans and they're going to go hungry and shit.
Yeah.
That's not what it does.
No. I think it's keeping people from milking it too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. They want you, if you're able-bodied, you have to work like a minimum of something hours so you can work on getting
so that you actually exactly, that you actually need it.
Yep. And then it also adds restrictions to illegal aliens, because they're like using this shit.
Oh,
so
for
they
sure.
don't want people, illegals to use it.
It's for working Americans that actually need to feed their families. That's what it is there for, and you shouldn't be taking advantage of it for the people that actually need it. So I totally agree with that. 100%.
Yeah, you shouldn't be sitting on welfare for fucking 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. Just because you're a lazy bum. It's not fair to the people that actually need it.
Yeah, exactly. We want that stuff. It's supposed to be there for people that actually need it, but people are obviously taking advantage.
Because I agree that it needs to be a thing, but the restrictions is good. I'm cool with that. That's awesome.
I think so. I have no problem taking care of Americans.
Yeah.
So it cuts approximately $1 trillion from federal safety net programs. I'm not sure what that is. The Congressional Budget Office of State estimates that up to 7.6 million Americans could lose medical coverage due to these changes. I don't think that's true either. There's ways to get cheaper health insurance, and we kind of went over that I think last week.
Yeah.
Another thing is they defund Planned Parenthood. Good.
Woo!
And then another thing in it too is it eliminates the $200 tax stamp. So the NFA, the National Firearms Act thing for like short-barreled rifles, suppressors, explosives, machine guns, shit like that. It gets rid of that $200 tax stamp. So basically now you don't have to get them like registered, because I think you had to give them. Oh no, maybe it's a long process to get suppressors. It's like it takes like up to a year sometimes to get approved, which is retarded.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Now
We
you just
want
feel it's
things
just
all
like any other
guns,
accessory.
all things part of guns. It should just be,
Yeah.
a right, which it is a right. Don't infringe that.
Yeah, there was supposed to be short-barreled rifles on there, but some Republicans they didn't like the wording on it or some shit.
Oh my god.
I guess it's still alive, but because I want short-barreled rifles too. I don't.
Hell yeah.
With the popularity of AK and AR pistols and shit, and those
Right.
short shotguns.
Yep.
I mean, there's a rule too with the ATF is they deem things considered common use.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a lot of it, like bump stocks, that became common use because
Right.
so many people had them. Same with pistol braces, so then they took it off.
Oh, okay. You're blurry, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry. I don't know why it focuses on that fucking picture behind me.
Because it's Mother Mary,
face.
dude.
No, it's it's like my British battle thing with pinup girls on it.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So defense spending, this is one that I don't like. It allocates over $1 trillion to
Jesus.
Annually to defense, including $25 billion for missile defense. So that's that Golden Dome thing. I don't know if you heard about that. Trump
Yeah. Instead, Israel's Iron Dome, we have gold. We'll have a Golden Dome, which I agree in, defense, but that's a lot. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Good God, that's insane.
Yeah, I'm cool with defense, but they just call everything defense. So it's
Right.
what the fuck are we spending $1 trillion fucking dollars?
Well, you got
Our
to think
budget
how
just went up.
astronomical that number is. Because I forget exactly what it is, but to count to 1 million, if you go second by second, to count to 1 million takes 3 weeks or some shit like
Holy
that.
shit.
And to count to 1 billion takes like 30 years every second. So 1 trillion to 1 billion is insane, dude. That's so much money.
Yeah.
It's astronomical
Retarded.
amount. Yeah.
Border security provides $140 billion for border security measures. Includes $4.6 billion for border wall construction and deportation efforts. Aims to remove 1 million immigrants annually. I think it also raised the salaries of border agents.
Okay.
That's also
I respect that.
Yeah.
They're going
I
through
mean-
some tough shit right now, especially.
Yeah, and border security is very important. People like to say oh, just let everybody in. It's dude, you can't do that.
Yeah,
You just can't do it.
No, we need those people. So they got
there's too many
discouraged for
crazy
4
people.
years. So let's give them a bump in pay. I'm cool with that.
Yep. MAGA savings account. Trump introduces Trump savings accounts granting 1,000 to newborns from 2024 to 2028. So get on making those babies.
Shit,
They're
ladies.
trying to incentivize. Yeah, right. Let me shoot my goo in you.
Yeah, let me sling my goo tube in you.
Yeah. God damn it! There's people here.
No, fucking sons
yeah.
of bitches.
Now it's gonna get loud.
Do they want babies?
No.
Just kidding.
God no.
Yeah, please, God, no.
State yeah. There's state reimbursements provides $12 billion reimbursement program for state border efforts. So any of the border states, Texas,
Okay.
shit like that. Arizona, I think. California, but yeah. Cost projections estimates suggest the bill could add up to $5 trillion to the national debt. Oh, that's the fiscal impact. I'm not. We need to see where it's at because there's a lot of
Right.
these dudes that are like, "Oh, it's gonna be bad, whatever." It ends up being not as bad,
Yep.
or sometimes not even as bad at all. So the bill was passed to the House. Now it's headed to the Senate. So now they got to pass it through the Senate. Mitch McConnell, for some reason, is still in office. He's that.
What the
old fuck
fuck,
that
turtle
keeps-
guy? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Apparently, he aims to pass the bill. He was very anti-Trump, so.
Yeah, he also had a stroke on live television. Now, how is he still in office? Good God.
I don't know. They need to. There was supposed to be something too with term limits, and I don't think it was in this bill.
Okay. So that might be something separate we'll have to cover later.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that.
That's some
yeah,
wins there. I'm happy about most of that, for sure.
Yeah, I think there's some dubs. I mean, some of that stuff we gotta kind of see how it plays out, but
Yeah.
I'm assuming that Trump wants to leave a good legacy, as known as one of the greatest presidents ever. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do good.
I agree. Yeah. You don't want Biden's legacy.
I-
That's just
Yeah.
embarrassing, dude. That embarrassed the whole
Super
country for 4
embarrassing.
years. What kind of legacy is that?
Right?
Yeah. Trump doesn't want that. He truly cares, I think. So that's a cool
I think he does too.
it's a cool thing
He's
that
doing this
happened.
for free.
Yeah, exactly. He's a rich man
So-
that doesn't have to do this.
Right, exactly. Same with fucking Elon Musk. He
Right.
doesn't have to do what he's doing. I mean, maybe he's getting paid under it. We'll see. You know, probably 20 years later, there'll be something that comes out.
Right. I wouldn't be
Maybe 10.
surprised if Elon's not getting paid for, all the Doge work that he's doing. He does
Yeah,
not need the money. He's richer
No.
than Trump is.
Right. I don't
But-
think he's getting paid for any of that. He's
Yeah.
doing it all for free. But he's probably getting like kickbacks and shit. He's getting like government contracts probably.
Probably,
We'll see.
yeah,
In due
true.
time, we'll probably see.
Oh yeah. Yeah, time will tell. Time will tell for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I like the work that he's doing now. I think it's good, but still, it remains to be seen of what's really happening with these.
That's true, yeah. Yeah. I did just look into the Doge website earlier today, and it's now at 170 billion in savings.
Damn.
And per person, roughly, it's at what was it? It's like over 1,000 now. And last time we checked, it was like 800 in savings per person. Now it's over 1,000. But
Oh shit.
Yeah.
There we go.
so, a little
Yeah,
fun
that's
fact.
good. Little factoder.
Yeah, factaroonies.
Yep. So we're gonna get into this. This is just real quick. It's just Trump. Here, I'll play it.
Do it.
Administration, those days are over. We're getting rid of the distractions and we're focusing our military on its core mission, crushing America's adversaries, killing America's enemies, and defending our great American flag like it has never been defended before. The job of the U.S. Armed Forces is not to host drag shows, to transform foreign cultures, but to spread democracy to everybody around the world at the point of a gun. The military's job is to dominate any foe and annihilate any threat to America anywhere, anytime, and any place.
Damn.
That's intense.
I love that.
A big part of that job is to be respected again.
100%.
And you are, as of right now, respected more than any army anywhere in the world, and that's happening. And I can tell you, you are respected like nobody can believe.
He always
But
says
under
things like
the
that.
Trump
Like, he could have
administration,
just ended the sentence right there. I think that's my only quarrel with Trump is like he doesn't have to end sentences like that. Like you would never believe. You say that at the end of everything. that was a powerful speech though. That's intense. America first, dude. He's all about it.
I love that he said, "It's not the job isn't to fucking spread democracy around the world at gunpoint."
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was
That's
great
what
to
I've been
hear.
wanting a president to say.
Yep. He knows what the people want, and he's giving us what we want. He understands that it's what we want as a nation.
Exactly.
So that was awesome. That was very cool.
Yeah, it was sick. Sorry, I'm kind of running through these. I'm getting EPs, dude.
No, you're good, dude. We'll keep it short. We'll touch up on shit tomorrow, I'm sure too. We got time, dude.
Yeah. So yes, moving on. A couple of Israelis got bopped. They got capped in D.C., I believe. Yep, outside D.C. Jewish Museum.
Well, that's no good.
No, sucks when people die.
The horror unfolded around 9 last night.
Response 1, active shooter 30, African Foxtrot Street, Northwest.
A group of people leaving a young diplomat's reception at the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington when a gunman opened fire. 26-year-old Sarah Milgram and her partner, 30-year-old Yaron Lashinsky, both diplomatic staff at the Israeli embassy, were killed. Tonight, it's being investigated as a targeted terror attack.
The tragic murder of these two Israeli embassy employees outside of the Capital Jewish Museum last night was both an act of terror and directed violence against the Jewish community. And it has the full and unwavering attention of the FBI.
Oh my God, shut up, dude. I'm so tired of it's
terrorism.
It's just automatically terrorism, because the dude said free Palestine, I guess, but terrorism to me would be more I don't know, more than two bodies.
Well, if he went there and he just started lighting up a group of fucking Jewish people, because they're Jewish. Maybe they just so happen to be Jewish outside a fucking Jewish museum, Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Well, you said
maybe he was hired to fucking
Palestine.
to do this. Yeah, which is why it's getting construed into that.
Yeah, and I don't think necessarily I don't know why it would happen here. You should go to Israel.
Right.
And do that
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. That's what's kind of blowing me off. Yeah.
Yeah. Go to the source. I don't know what doing it here.
Get Netanyahu next. No, just kidding. Death is wrong. Don't kill anybody.
Yeah, don't kill people, especially Jewish leaders that cause wars.
Dude, if this is classified as terrorism, you know where he's going? He's going to that fucking prison in Florence, dude. Here in Colorado.
Oh yeah.
That's where all the fucking bombers and shit go. That's where what's that cartel guy's name? He's there.
El Chapo?
Yeah, El Chapo. It's the only prison he's never broken out of.
Yeah, Supermax.
Yeah, I used to drive by that every day. Every day
down in
for a job.
Canyon City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
cool.
Pretty cute.
It's just a giant concrete block, dude, out in the middle
Pretty
of nowhere.
much. Apparently, there's a problem. They're trying to shut it down because there's ethic problems with it. What are they really doing? Like the whole point of it is not to know what's going on in there. Otherwise, the outside would be able to break people out. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Supermax.
Yeah,
They did atrocities.
Yeah, just bad. The worst of the worst.
Yeah,
people are in
but
there.
does this guy, because it's classified as terrorism, if he was to go to some Supermax prison, well, Florence is the only one in America, I think.
Yeah.
But would that be fair? Yeah, he killed two people. He should get punished for it. But is it terrorism?
Right. Terror.
I guess we'll just have to see.
The alleged gunman, 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez, shouted "Free Palestine" as he was taken into police custody.
Free Palestine!
He's now facing multiple charges, including first-degree murder and murder of foreign officials. Today, the FBI is searching his Chicago apartment.
Violence against anyone based on their religion is an act of cowardice.
President Trump posting, "Hatred and radicalism have no place in the USA." Witnesses say it was a rainy night, and after firing the shots, the alleged gunman rushed into the museum.
All of a sudden, we start hearing what sounds like gunshots.
The people inside had no idea what he had allegedly done and offered him a glass of water.
We're just thinking he's a witness, frazzled, and trying to comfort him.
Could you imagine?
When did you realize that he wasn't just a witness, that he was involved?
I would say it was about 10 minutes later when he started yelling to the entire museum, "I did it. Free Palestine. I did it for Gaza."
Tonight, Israel's prime minister speaking out.
The terrorists who cruelly gunned them down did so.
I have his video next.
Even if he did, he did it just because they were, what is that even accomplishing? You just killed two innocent people,
It doesn't, honestly, I'm at a point where I'm like, all right, this whole Israel-Palestine thing, let's just kick out all of the Jews and all the Palestinians.
Right. Yeah. Let's go. Let's build a Coliseum and then just flood them all in there and let's just watch them work it out themselves.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. We'll put a couple stadiums together and make a show out of it. I'll make some real money.
Yeah.
People love violence. That's crazy.
Ooh, yeah, they'll pay good money for that.
Fuck yeah.
But I'm just so tired of this whole Israel-Palestine thing.
Yeah.
America.
It happened here. It's retarded. That's dumb.
fucking annoying. I'm over it.
Agreed.
I'm over those people's wars and bullshit.
What do you mean those people? No, I'm just kidding.
You know, those brown people.
Yeah. Yeah, the Netanyahu type.
Yeah, with the big nose and the big ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. This guy's a piece of shit, dude. I can't stand
fuck him. Fuck him.
For these neo-Nazis, Free Palestine is just today's version of Heil Hitler.
That's ridiculous.
They don't want a Palestinian state. They want to destroy the Jewish state.
No.
They want to
We
annihilate
want
the
you to
Jewish
stop.
people.
Yeah, they want you out.
We just want people. We just want people to stop murdering like people.
Yeah, I
And
just
also
saw
stop dragging
today
us into their-
that another bombing in Gaza just happened, and like a bunch of, more civilians and doctors and shit died over this bombing. So they want you out. That's the whole point. Yeah, he shouldn't have killed you because of that, or killed 2 Jewish people because of that. That's not okay either. But you're doing war crimes, motherfucker. It's not the equivalent of fucking Heil Hitler. That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
I was watching the Hodge twins the other day, and they were talking about this shit, and that Dan Bilzerian dude went on there. He he converted to Islam or some shit. I don't know why, but anyways, they were talking about this whole thing in Gaza, and they were showing like this like part of the city, and every building was like fucking destroyed, dude. It's like, is that where all the terrorists are in all of those buildings?
Yeah, exactly. You're just you're just cleansing the area of people you don't like. That's real racism right there.
Yeah, it really is. They want a Jewish ethno state. That's all they want. I mean, they say, "Oh, Christians can live there," but I've seen things of people that travel there as Christians, and like the Jews will like spit on them and shit. Not all of them, but
right.
They'll get surrounded by like
it's fucked
Jews
up.
there, and they'll start spitting on them.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Not okay.
Who've been in the land of Israel for 3,500 years. I could never understand how this simple truth evades the leaders of France, Britain, Canada, and others. They're now proposing to establish a Palestinian state and reward these murderers with the ultimate prize. Well, for 18 years, we had a de facto Palestinian state. It's called Gaza. And what did we get? Peace? No. We got the most savage slaughter of Jews since the Holocaust.
Slaughter.
You won't be surprised to learn that Hamas thanked President Macron and Prime Minister Starmer and Carney for demanding that Israel end its war in Gaza immediately. Hamas was right to thank them, because by issuing their demand, replete with a threat of sanctions against Israel, not Hamas, these 3 leaders effectively said they want Hamas to remain in power. They want Israel to stand down and accept that Hamas's army of mass murderers will survive, rebuild, and repeat the October 7th massacre again and again and again, because that's what Hamas is vowed to do. I say to President Macron, Prime Minister Carney, and Prime Minister Starmer,
Fuck Carney.
When mass murderers, rapists,
and Macron,
baby killers, and kidnappers, thank you, you're on the wrong side of justice. You're on the wrong side of humanity. And you're on the wrong side of history.
I agree. That's probably the only thing I kind of agree with Carney on. Because I hate that guy. I can't stand Mark Carney. But
fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's just Netanyahu. Like anything he says, ugh. It's just bullshit. I don't believe him at all.
I don't either. I think he's a madman. I mean, he's the one that wanted to go to war in Iraq. Like he's part of that whole group. There's a video of him talking about we need to go to Iraq because there's weapons of mass destruction.
Right,
like
right.
That. Like he's a part
he's
of.
A warmonger.
He's a huge part of. Exactly.
Yeah.
He's just as bad. He's basically what the Republicans were in like the 90s and 2000s.
Right. Yeah.
2000s.
Fair. Yeah. Now it's Iran. I don't know. I haven't gotten any updates with that. Maybe we can talk about that tomorrow. But
yeah, we'll do some research.
Yeah.
I'll try and look up stuff in my lunch break, but my girlfriend's supposed to bring me lunch, so who knows?
Nice, dude. I'll do some more research tomorrow before you even get off work.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not doing shit tomorrow, so.
Former.
Oh
yeah,
yes.
That's that bullshit. Now we're getting into Biden has the big C, dude.
Yep, in his butthole.
Yeah, he's got ass cancer.
Ass cancer. But timing on this one's pretty interesting. Let's see.
Yes. And I do have a video, I think, where a Republican congressman or something like that, he's talking about how this is like the timing of this or something could be like a distraction or some shit.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah, I kind of believe it.
President Biden's late-stage cancer diagnosis is raising new questions about his previous health screenings.
Yeah, President Trump now asking if the public could have been notified when Biden was still in office. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has more from Washington.
This morning, former President Biden's cancer diagnosis is drawing new questions about his health while in the White House.
I think people should try and find out what happened. Because
President Trump called Biden's cancer diagnosis sad while appearing to cast doubt on Biden's doctors.
maybe it was the same doctor, and somebody is not telling the facts. That's a big problem.
Biden's team said doctors diagnosed him Friday with an aggressive form of prostate cancer after he experienced urinary symptoms and say the cancer had spread to the bones. President Trump now suggesting without evidence that the announcement was delayed.
I'm surprised that it wasn't, the public wasn't notified a long time ago, because to get to stage 9, that's a long time.
President Trump inaccurately referred to Biden's diagnosis as stage 9, a likely reference to his Gleason score of 9. That scale out of 10 measures how aggressive cancer cells appear to be.
Damn.
Biden's last physical as president was in 2024 when routine tests identified no new concerns. But medical records do not indicate whether he was given a PSA test, which detects prostate cancer. Men over 70 are typically not recommended for the test. That's because guidelines say many men of that age group will experience false positives and treatment complications.
So the screening test itself, the PSA, is an imperfect screening methodology for identifying the kind of prostate cancer.
So I have heard that they don't test for, that's especially seniors, they don't test for things like that. I have heard that before, and I think that is possible why it hasn't been diagnosed earlier, but I feel like for the president of the United States, they might know a little bit more. I don't know.
That's what I think. When you're the president, they're probably you probably have a doctor's appointment like once every week.
Yeah.
Once every 2 weeks or
yeah,
something.
You need to be tip-top shape. Especially the United States president, for fuck's sake. Come on. They knew.
Yeah, they need to figure out how much meth they need to give him so he can fucking stay awake.
Yeah, exactly. So he's got more tests than any president.
Yeah.
This guy needs to be competent for a few more months.
Yeah. And I guess the how far along it was, it takes a while, so they should have known about this a while ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 9? I didn't even know that was a thing. That's crazy.
Right.
9 out of 10.
I didn't even know you could put it on a scale like that.
I thought stage 4 was the worst. I didn't know there was more than that.
Right? Got stage 4 butt cancer, dude.
Yeah, so moral of the story is Biden's going to die soon.
Yeah. He was already going to die. I thought he was going to die in office.
Yeah, I thought he was going to die of brain rot. But,
Yeah.
Apparently it's butt rot instead.
Got butt rot, dude.
Yeah. Poor Biden.
Ass rot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it sucks that he has cancer or whatever.
It does,
I still think about how the last 4 years went. He was a
rough.
piece of shit president, dude.
He was.
I can't really feel too bad because I think he's a criminal, dude. He's been in politics for 50 fucking years.
Oh yeah, you see videos of him back in the 70s, and he's just as corrupt as he was as president.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He's a piece of shit, dude.
He's been a terrible politician his whole career, and a shitty one at that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this diagnosis, it should have happened when he was with Obama, so we wouldn't have gotten him president.
Right. Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I'm torn because I don't want to be a piece of a asshole.
Same, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard.
At the same time, he's a bad man.
He is. Yeah, he's done terrible things. Don't want to condemn anybody to death, but I don't want to say anybody deserves it. But
right. I mean,
But
Hitler, though, did he deserve it though?
Right. I don't know. It's a hard one. Fuck you, Biden. Sucks you have butt cancer.
Ass fucking cancer.
Yeah, your
He's
wife's a
been fucking
bitch
the
too.
ass Too much. Yeah, she is a dumb fucking cunt.
Yeah. Apparently, before we start this, I should have found this video for today. Maybe we'll bring it up tomorrow. But apparently, Jill Biden's getting looked into for elderly abuse. So yeah, I heard something about that. So I'll do some digging on that, and maybe we could talk about it tomorrow. But she gave him butt cancer.
Yeah, that's the elderly abuse.
Yeah.
She fisted him too much.
Yep. The radioactive hands.
Mark Wayne Mullen is a Republican senator. He's a particularly vile and disgusting individual.
No, he's
and
based.
he says that the release of Biden's cancer, like they released it into the wild, the release of Joe Biden's advanced prostate cancer
If you couldn't tell,
is
this
a
guy's
calculated distraction, he says. Take a listen.
It's interesting, though, the timing of them releasing the cancer, right? I
That's
said this
what
when
I
we were
was
talking
thinking,
kind of tongue-in-cheek a while ago, but it seems like since her tapes were released, they were like, hey, wait, maybe a good time to distract the American people and talk about his cancer, because we know that cancer's been there for a
They're
while.
showing videos of
And then
him
when you
falling
start
over.
Of course, we don't know that. As we've said before, we've spoken to urologists. We've already talked about it. Is prostate cancer typically slow-moving? And by the time it gets to stage 4 metastatic, it's been a while. That is often the case. But it is not always the case. And particularly...
Oh, Biden just happens.
Just has to be this one
The
case.
exception. Yeah.
Jesus.
Particularly with the Gleason 9 score on Biden's tumor suggests very...
Is Gleason like, do you know who Jackie Gleason is?
Mm-mm. No clue.
He's in that, I can't remember what the TV show is called, but he's that, one of these days, power right in the kisser. He's that dude.
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah, okay. Power right in the kisser.
Yeah. I wonder if it's named after Jackie Gleason.
Right. Did he have, the Gleason scale? That's funny.
Yeah. Just glad I
Aggressive
throw that in
cancer. It is not standard of care to do a PSA blood test for men after age 70 or 75. Biden's in his 80s.
They keep
if
giving
Mark Wayne Mullen
excuses.
has some evidence.
Yeah,
to
see,
like
that's
that.
what I have heard too. Is like for seniors, but this is the was the former president of the United States. That's a huge excuse for sure.
Yeah. And I like everything that Biden's ever done though. Like I'm so tired of hearing the excuses. When he was like clearly like mentally deteriorating, like they just kept, no, he's fine.
And
like,
it was
it's all good,"
obvious.
Like, yeah, like I could tell it was happening, but then they're reporting on it now. Like, you know, I mean, maybe in retrospect he was kind of,
Right.
you know, he was getting there. Like, no, dude, he was totally fucked up.
Yeah.
And we could tell. And I'm just a
For
regular
years.
motherfucker watching it.
This fucking guy was, it's crazy. Yeah, this guy's just throwing
just-
massive excuses out there. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Fucking dork.
It's just
Jesus Christ.
propaganda and gaslighting.
Yeah.
That's what they specialize in the media. Like fuckers like this. I mean, even like a lot of the right wing dudes, they have right wing propaganda.
Yeah, true.
You know,
It's
there's,
just
like, total-
misinforming fucking normal people. It's terrible.
Yeah,
Stupid.
I think it should be
Media
illegal
sucks. It
to-
should be.
Yeah, it should be illegal to just report on like things like this, or like just give us the facts. Don't fucking like
Right.
lie or hide things, or like, you know, leave information undisclosed. You know, you should be required to disclose all the facts.
All of it. Yeah, all sides of everything.
Not, yeah, you can't just leave shit out so it can like form your fucking like narrative.
I mean, I do agree that he's allowed to have his retarded opinion. Like, he's making these excuses probably based off his retarded opinion. But, yeah. No, I totally agree, though.
Well, yeah, whatever this guy's doing, that's fine. But I'm talking, like big news.
Right, yeah, for
syndicates
sure.
and shit, CNN,
Yeah.
they should be required to only report nothing but facts.
Yeah.
And then they can have their gay, like, political shows where they all just sit around.
Yeah.
You know, talk shit.
Like, even here, like, Fox News is a big, you know, news company, big corporation. And they're, you know, they're obviously showing just Biden falling over just to prove, like, you know, they're being biased. I'm like, look at this fuck. Like, he can't even fucking walk upstairs like 5 times, you know?
Yeah.
So it's obviously very biased and shit too. But so all mainstream media, I agree.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, we probably don't have to watch this fight. He's just gonna keep talking about it.
Yeah, he's gonna
but I
dork
just wanted to see this
ramble.
whole talk.
Dramble.
Yeah.
What a dork, dude.
So here's our last thing.
Oh yeah, so I got oh fuck, where did I put that paper? I wrote on my mail and then I opened it and now I don't know where I put the rest of it. There's no way, dude.
Gotta get some.
I found it. We're good.
Get some time stampage.
Yeah, that way we don't have to sit through fucking 20 minutes of this shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, for this video, we'll just start at 1:30, and then we'll kind of watch that for a bit, and then I'll just say when stop. So this is, oh no, let's start from the beginning here. Sorry, and we'll watch till 1:30. That's what it was. I don't even remember what I timestamped apparently. But yeah, this is the meeting with the South African president and President Trump about the white genocide. So this is Trump just kind of, we'll see. He throws him under the bus. It's funny.
Thank you very much, everyone. It's a great honor to be with the President of South Africa, President Ramaphosa. And he is a man who is certainly in some circles really respected, other circles a little bit less respected, like all of us, in all fairness, like all of us.
We all like that. I'd like to thank you for allowing your people to start discussions with us at the trade level. I mean, we are essentially here to reset the relationship between the United States.
That's what you think,
and
buddy.
South Africa. You might remember when I spoke to you and we spoke about golf, you said I should start practicing. And I've started practicing, President, so I'm ready.
We've had tremendous complaints about Africa, about other countries too, from people.
Dude, Trump hits. Sorry, I gotta throw this in. Trump hits the ball like 300 yards.
Yeah, he does. It's awesome.
That fool can fucking sling it, dude.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
They say there's a lot of bad things going on in Africa, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. I must tell you, Mr. President, we have had a tremendous number of people, especially since they've seen this. Generally, they're white farmers, and they're fleeing South Africa, and it's a very sad thing to see. But I hope we can have an explanation of that. I could show you a couple of things, and it has to be responded to.
Yeah, sure.
So we can stop it right here.
Articles, please.
So they're gonna watch a video, and the White House they put out the videos that they were actually watching in order in that room. So if you go to the second video here, this is the White House. Nah, keep it open. But yeah, so this is exactly what they're watching. So we'll watch this for a little bit here. I'll just tell you when to stop.
That's the president, right?
No, so he's part of what is it, Parliament in South Africa or something? So that's not the actual president, but he's the one. You just got to hear what he says, dude. This guy says some crazy shit about white people, and he's like part of the government there. It's crazy. But we'll go to like 35 seconds.
It's part of a revolutionary act. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yes. South Africa, occupy land. That's who we are.
Honorable
do whatever you want to do.
Speaker,
you can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament.
Honorable.
So you stop it here. And then if we go to 2 minutes in the last video. So I'm just kind of going back and forth. That way we can get the reactions of them too, but actually see the videos, in full. So if we start at 2 minutes, we'll go to 3 minutes. We'll just watch a minute of this. Yeah. Start at 2.
So start at 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's exactly where that video ended, is right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Political parties to adhere to various policies And in many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy. Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can
and
take
then when
land.
they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
nothing happens to
them.
them.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now...
Which is probably also true. I'm sure black people are getting killed too. So,
yeah.
Pretty much shortly after this, then they continue more of the video of the last one, which we can pick up at 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And then we'll watch it for about a minute too. Just listen to what they're chanting and shit. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Pa! 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 Shoot to kill! Hamaza! Kill the poor! The farmer!
Kill the poor, the farmer.
Kill the poor! The farmer! Pa!
Look at all those people. That's crazy.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, we have not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't guarantee the future.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd understand somebody watching that, especially as it gets shared on Twitter, they freak out. It sounds like a genocidal call.
Cry babies.
Yeah, and this too. Let's go a little bit past 3 minutes. Yeah, it looks like a separate video from the actual singing, but I don't know. That's like military people.
Yeah. So
We're
for
going
the
to
people
shoot
listening,
them.
Yeah, they call him Boer, B-O-A-R.
Yeah.
Something like that. Is that what it is, or B-O-E-R, something like that?
Yeah.
That means like white farmer or whatever. So he's basically singing, "We're going to shoot them with machine guns."
Yeah, and it sounds like a nice song if you don't know what they're saying, but this is translated like "kill the whiteys." Is what it's saying. It's crazy, dude. It's insane.
Kill whitey.
Yeah, and the people are mad about us, the white farmers coming to America to run from this shit. That's scary. I'd be scared of that too.
Spoopies.
Yeah. But that was the last of my timestamp. But I think if we go a little bit farther, they say something else in this video. Just a little bit farther. One? Yeah. I think it's right after this one. Yeah, they're going to run.
We will expropriate land without compensation,
right
whether they like it or not. If they object, they can seek refuge in America.
If they like it or not and they object, they can seek refuge in America. So he's even saying, if you don't like it, then run to America. So,
damn.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Insane, dude. And apparently right there, it's a lineup of white crosses, and that's supposed to be the farmers that have been killed in South Africa, apparently. So President Trump also shows this to the president of South Africa, and he was like, I need to know where this is. Where is this? Or whatever. But
that's insane.
That's pretty much the gist of that. And the last thing I sent you is just a little short of after the meeting. This is what he had to say after the whole meeting. So that was just that portion of the meeting, because that was like an hour and a half long. But this is what he had to say at the end of the entire meeting. So
we had a really good bilateral, although a number of issues came up, which you will all have observed, and we were able to have a robust engagement with Mr. Trump in your presence. You wanted to see drama and something really big happened.
He did hold his composure in that meeting, I will say.
And I'm sorry that we disappointed you somewhat when it comes to that. All in all, I do believe that our visit here has been a great success. We've been able to achieve what we set out to achieve re-engagement with the U.S., to put the issues of investment and trade on the table. In the end.
So, yeah, apparently in his mind, they came to an agreement with what he came there for.
Yeah. I need to see more stuff about him, like talking about shit, because he seemed pretty, how do I say it? Like, he seemed cognitive with what he's saying there.
Yeah, I agree.
He doesn't seem like hateful, but I don't know, maybe he has videos of himself like saying crazy shit.
Yeah, and then more in the interview too, they're like joking and laughing, and it's not all like super serious with the whole white genocide thing, but I think it was pretty cool that Trump made a point like, hey, this is happening and this is what people think about it. And then his responses, he kept his cool, but it's funny, while we were watching that video, if you were to watch it in their perspective or watching them, he's not even looking at the screen. He's just kind of fidgeting, like looking around, like, is he really playing this right now? It's fucking, it's funny.
Is this nigga serious?
Yeah, it's hilarious. But yeah, white genocide. Wow. Farmers are being killed, and they're chanting about it. At least parts of the parliament. Not. South Africa's pretty big, so it's not like, it's all white versus black down there, but it's a pretty racist country.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I mean, I honestly don't know shit about South Africa.
I don't either.
I've only seen a couple things. Like, there's this cool video that maybe we'll have to watch on the pod.
Yeah.
There's a dude, he's like an armored truck driver, and there's like a camera inside of it, like showing him like driving or whatever. And,
right.
Like, you see like dudes are trying to like get him to pull over. And he's driving like super crazy, like all good and shit. And you can see them shooting at the truck, and it's like,
oh my
hitting
God,
the bulletproof glass is like stopping it and shit.
Right.
And then you see him like drive all fast, like avoid. He actually tries to hit some of the dudes because they're like out of their car or something, because they try to like block him in, and he like tried to run over the dudes that stopped him.
Ooh, excuse me.
And then he stops. And then you see him like get out his fucking rifle and shit.
Oh my God!
Sick. The dude's like dude's an action hero, dude.
Yeah. We do got to watch that tomorrow. I do want to get more into the South Africa situation, because that's pretty interesting to me. But
some of my favorite movies were filmed there. District 9 and
District 9 is such a good movie. Elysium is such a good movie too, with Matt Damon, dude.
Yeah, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Yeah. That's from
that's
that puppet movie,
the director?
Right? Matt Damon.
Oh yeah. Team America.
Team America, that's right. Yeah, funny. Those are two good movies though, for sure. I didn't know those were in South Africa.
Yeah, that's the director's from there. I think he's from there. And then they used that actor too, that dude he's South African. That he's like the good guy in District 9, and then he's like the bad guy in Elysium.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But yeah, we'll definitely have to look more into that. And maybe tomorrow we'll have to see what kind of like trade deals they actually like came to terms with. Because that's what the South African president was like really, talking about and was there for, is coming to, whatever they were talking about. This was just the most entertaining one, so I figured I'd bring it up.
Yeah. And I'll pull up that video tomorrow too. We can watch that, because
fuck it.
It's pretty fucking sick, dude.
I'm down.
It's just cool. You're just because you can just kind of picture like what's happening.
Right.
You really only see his face and like part of like the inside of the truck.
Yeah. But you can imagine like the chaos that's ensuing around him.
Yeah.
That's
I guess they do that a lot in South Africa.
Yeah, it's a crazy place, and we're gonna learn more about it, and you're gonna join us. So.
Oh, Chappie too. I think Chappie was filmed in South Africa.
Probably, because I know Dying Antwood, they're South African, that band, because they're the two other main characters in that movie. Yeah, and their band is Dying Antwood, right? Yeah, they're fucking weird. Antwood.
Yeah, they're super weird. That chick is, dude. Their music sucks. I don't know why.
It is terrible. But their music videos are very entertaining, I will say.
Yeah, I mean, I get it from like an artistic, like aspect, but
yeah. Well, and his rap with the South African accent is just whack. It's just not good.
Yeah.
You know, and then her singing all high pitched and shit. Like, shut up with your non-eyebrow ass. Jesus.
Shut up, bitch.
She'd be hot if she didn't have that stupid haircut and no eyebrows.
Yeah. Yeah, no eyebrows is weird.
Yeah, it's strange.
You know Whoopi Goldberg doesn't have eyebrows?
Ugh. She's already gross. Well, I guess that makes sense. Does she like draw them on?
She didn't have any eyebrows. Didn't draw them on or anything.
How have I never noticed that?
Yeah, dude. Look at when we get off this, look at a picture of it. Weird.
Okay, yeah. I have a sister with no eyebrows. So, I'm surprised I haven't noticed that. She tattooed eyebrows on, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fading now, though,
pretty,
so she needs to retouch it. Excuse me.
That's pretty normal for Latinas.
Yeah. No eyebrows, dude. None.
Latinas.
I got awesome eyebrows. Look how cool my eyebrows are. See how cool I am? Yeah, see, you can do it. My dad used to do it when I was little, and I practiced for years. And now I can do it.
my left one isn't as strong.
Yeah. I can move my whole scalp. Watch, I can probably move the headphones. You see it?
How do you move your scalp, dude?
It's like, can you move your ears?
Yeah, I move my ears.
Yeah, so when you move your ears, it pretty much moves your whole scalp.
Oh.
So the way I learned that, and I actually have a very strong memory of it, just a little weird story, is in elementary school. I would be concentrating on something, and I would feel my whole head go. So I'd be all. And then I just kind of learned to control it. It's weird. When I have a strong memory, I was like, oh, look, I can move my whole scalp now. It was just my ears, but now it's my whole head.
That's silly.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all we got for you guys. That's it.
Yep, that's the show.
That's the show. If you liked it,
this is a quick one.
You fucking like it. Press that like button. Subscribe to it. God damn it.
Like it.
Yeah. Fuckers.
But yeah, I gotta go to bed and go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
We will see you guys in the next one. Also, look out for world news. We're gonna do that tomorrow.
Yes, we got more things coming. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Bitches.
Love us.
Do it.
Peace.